Getting enough nutrition into your toddler's diet is definitely a struggle. Breakfasts were always the most challenging, I found, because she prefers sweet things. So getting things like legumes, for instance, or vegetables into her morning meals were a creative struggle. So I'm just going to show you something that I've concocted recently that is kind of been my go-to lately. So at the beginning of the week, and usually in somewhere around the middle of the week, I've found it helpful to just batch cook. So we make an entire crock pot full of oatmeal each time, and then it's just ready to go in the morning. And then I have put some legumes in with her oatmeal. So it really doesn't matter what legumes, she enjoys all of them. And when you see all the other ingredients I include, it kind of masks the taste. And it's helpful that legumes don't really have much flavor. I know, honey. Here, have a blueberry. She's really hungry. It helps that a lot of plant-based foods have a pretty bland taste because they go together with so many things. So you can have legumes and something sweet and not really have a taste that's really distinguishable or set aside from the rest of the flavors. So we're just gonna mix in the smashed up beans with the oatmeal. When that's mixed up, I have some cinnamon, and some nutmeg, ground nutmeg, and some ground cloves. This is going to include more antioxidants into her oatmeal. The legumes are mostly for protein and fiber. And the oats, of course, are her carbohydrates. So I'm gonna mix some just organic soy milk. It's just filtered water and organic soybeans, and then some vitamins and minerals fortified within. Maybe just a quarter of a cup, depending on how much oatmeal I'm making. Just the cinnamon, different spices. So it's important to get the cloves, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg really mixed in well. And this particular soy milk is vanilla flavored. So it adds a little bit of richness. Okay, so in a coffee grinder, every morning I grind up our seeds. And for her, I grind up nuts because she's still too little to have those nuts. So it's nothing, you know, just ground up foods. I know, I'm hurrying. But you are being pretty patient. So these are maybe half an ounce of walnuts and about a tablespoon of flax seeds. I grind them up together to keep the consistency a little easier. Hold on. I know you're excited. I know you're hungry, honey. Come here. Let's try to mix this with my daughter. This is Ionna. She is a vegan baby. I have always fed her lots of vegetables from the beginning to make sure that those were always part of her palate, part of her repertoire. So you just blend everything in, and then I cut up usually some berries, but you can also do like, you can heat up some bananas and some apples on the stovetop, or even some cherries to make them nice and mushy for the consistency to be a little safer. Because I know Ionna's still not interested in harder apple slices, but she doesn't mind the ones that are more mushy and cooked. But I enjoy using berries in her oatmeal because then I know she's getting a lot of antioxidants and phytochemicals. Berries are the healthiest of all fruit. And I always cut the blueberries in half to make sure that she doesn't choke on anything. Oh, you sleepy, honey. So you can also use things like pumpkin seeds, ground up, of course, or almonds and pecans. Sometimes I use chia seeds. So that is how we make our morning oatmeal. She's a big fan. She's still learning how to use a spoon by herself though, so I usually gotta help her with that. I just want to mention the flax and the walnuts. These are super important. You want to get about 40% of your baby's solid foods from decent fat sources, and make sure she gets those omega-3s from chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts, if you're not giving her any kind of supplementation. Obviously, real whole foods are going to be preferable over supplements, so we try to stick with those. Okay. It's a big spoon now, and we gotta get your little one. So, I hope this was helpful. I'll be doing many more videos on what we feed Miss Ionna and myself to help you all out there who are trying to transition your baby to a vegan plant-based diet, or if you already are and you're just looking for ideas, that's these will be helpful too. If you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe. I also have a blog that has all the recipes online at modernnutritiondesigns.com, and I'm gonna feed this hungry baby. So we'll see you next time.